let's go straight into row 4. So we're going to turn our work again. And for row 4, we've got to start creating some more arches again so that we can start working into them for our next repeat. So to do that, we know how we do our arches. We make chains. And to start with, we're going to make 8 chains. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And where we're going to anchor that chain to is as follows. We're going to miss 2 picot, so 1, 2, and we are going to work a double crochet, UK terms, into the next one along, so into the 3rd picot. I'm just going to pop my hook right through it and work a double crochet. Ooh, or just drop it. Sorry. So into the 3rd picot. Worked a double crochet, and there we go. As you can see, look, we've made our next space to do some work into. Okay, so we're now going to do 5 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We're going to miss this central picot out, so that's the next one along, and we're going to make a double crochet straight through the next one. Okay, so now we've got 2 arches, as you can see. 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And this time, if you can see, we've got slightly further to travel here, because up here we joined with a double and a double, but we're now going to join into this double crochet down here, and it's further for our yarn to travel. And if we just go in with a double crochet, it's going to kind of bend it a bit, so it sits better if we do a treble. So we're going to put treble into that double crochet, okay, in there. And you will see what I mean. So now we've got 3 arches that we can now start to think about working into on our next repeat. Okay, we're now on our last 5 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now our last treble we are going to put into. Okay, so this is our first treble made here, so we're going to put our last treble just to anchor this into this. Oh, can you see? It's just like can't tell if you can see, into the kind of triangle next to it. Okay, because I'll show you in a minute. If I put my treble in there, and then I'll take my hook out, and you can see that we need to make that edge go up straight. So just beyond that last treble, there's that little space there. That's where I'm choosing to put my final treble. All right, and that is row 1 to 4. And that is 1 pattern repeat. Now on Emma's original scarflet, I think she does 10 repeats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so each piece, so she's got the 2 pieces. It's hard to show you here. She makes 2 pieces the same with 10 repeats, like we've just worked there. I think ours we worked 30. So. But there's just, there's enough yarn to just keep going, really. I want to show you one more repeat because there's something slightly different that happens this time round at the end of row 2. That's all there is that you really need to notice a change with. Everything else works exactly the same. So if we carry on now, as we've said and as the pattern said, you don't have to repeat row 1 anymore. That's just your setting up row. So our pattern repeat now goes from row 2 to row 4. So we're going to go back now and work row 2. So turn our work and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And 1 double crochet into the next arch. So we're starting to make those lovely arch structures to work into. Someone's car alarm's going off, that's nice, isn't it? And now 8 trebles into the next arch. So here we go, making our fans. I'm going to whiz along and do this. Okay, so we're now, I've just finished the last 8 trebles into the next arch, and we're in the last, as we're on the last repeat, we're not going to do the 5 chain. We're going to do 1 double crochet in there. Okay, and then we've just got to do that the last bit of the pattern, because we're sort of finished our last repeat. So rather than do the 5 chain, we are going to do 2 chain. Okay, so if you look at our pattern, we now have a slight change, because it actually says in bold italics on subsequent repeats, so we're now on a subsequent repeat, you'll make the last treble into the 3rd chain of the 8 chain you made at the beginning. So easy to count. Count 1, count 2, count 3, and put your treble in there. And again, all that means is it's just going to keep the edge nice and square for you. If you look, that edge is coming up, so that last treble just pulls out the arch there and keeps the edge straight. So that's the only difference on your repeats, is the ending of row 2. Everything else works exactly the same. So what I'm going to do is just going to go through and work a few more repeats so that we can work the edging together.